Hey, Mama Bear. Welcome to the Breastfeeding with Confidence podcast. Do you dream of bonding with your baby through exclusive breastfeeding, but worry about breastfeeding pain or low milk supply? Maybe you're struggling with breastfeeding and no one seems to have any answers. I'm Jamie, doula, international board certified lactation consultant, and mom of 5, and I have been where you are. After working through painful latches, milk supply worries, and postpartum depression, and supporting countless mothers through their breastfeeding journeys for over 8 years, I'm here to tell you breastfeeding doesn't have to be perfect to be positive. Each week, I'll share breastfeeding tips to help you prevent and overcome unexpected breastfeeding challenges so you can actually enjoy bonding with your baby. If you are ready to shut out the toxic whispers of the world, embrace your God-given intuition, and release your inner fierce mama bear, grab some coffee or your favorite herbal tea, and let's dive in. Hey mama, welcome back to the Breastfeeding with Confidence podcast. I'm Jamie, I am your host, and today's episode is really special because it's part celebration, part reflection, and part thank you. So I feel like this has been a crazy month because it's, we had World Breastfeeding Week, it is Breastfeeding Awareness Month, and I have hit some huge personal milestones. The podcast is 6 months old and has hit 5,000 downloads. I officially made it to 2 years of breastfeeding my little one, which has always been my goal, and I never got that far. So I cannot believe how quickly just the past 2 years have gone, the past 6 months, and I could not have done it without y'all. And I just wanted to share a little bit more of my story with you, and then I have a special offer for you at the end because I want to celebrate with you. Let's celebrate. So you know how people love to say like breastfeeding's so natural, and we kind of think it might be easy because it's natural, and in so many ways it is natural, but easy? Breastfeeding is easy until it isn't, right? Like you know how much I struggled with my first, but I've struggled with breastfeeding all of my babies once we got our rhythm down, and it became easy because I'm a firm believer that once you get your rhythm down and you figure out those early challenges, it really is extremely convenient and easy for the most part. Obviously, there's like little ups and downs along the way, but that's life. So I don't get too caught up in those because babies and children are hard, no matter how you're feeding them, right? But let me tell you, as a mom of 5 kids, despite all the struggles with breastfeeding, once I overcame that was way easier than dealing with a picky toddler. Yes, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Feeding my kids now is much more difficult than working through breastfeeding challenges because it's day in, day out. Struggle bus. Somebody always has an issue. I feel like there's no point in me making meals, but with breastfeeding, it was easy once we overcame those early struggles. But those first 6 weeks, man, were hard. They were hard, especially with my first. And then with my second, I kind of had a better understanding. So even though they were hard, they didn't break me, right? And that's kind of how it went with the rest of the kids. It was like with the rest of them, it was hard, but it didn't break me and destroy me because I knew how to work through it. I knew what needed to be adjusted. I knew what changes had to be made. I knew that. And so that's why I got into this work, because I want you to know that. And I never, ever, ever made it to 2 years of breastfeeding just because I would get pregnant and I would either have to or choose to wean. You can breastfeed while you're pregnant, and I did for a very long time, but I would hit a certain point in my pregnancy where I just couldn't anymore. So my kids were all breastfed between 14 months and 18 months. But, this time I made it to 2 years, which was so wonderful. And let me tell you, it comes with a whole different set of challenges because now that we're trying to reduce breastfeeding, I'm not going to say wean because I'm not like fully weaning her, even though I guess it is technically weaning to reduce feeding. It is a completely different animal with a 2-year-old who has opinions and words and can scream, "I want my milk," while pulling on your shirt at the top of their lungs in public. Like, it's really hard to not just be like, "All right, here you go, be quiet." So definitely different set of struggles now, but I would still say, it's like not the hardest part of my day. But to make it to 2 years, I know so many of you are listening and you're like, I really wanted to breastfeed for a year, maybe 2 if it's in the cards. But right now, I don't know if I can make it to 2 months, let alone 2 years. And that sounds really, really scary to you. And again, that is why I am so passionate about showing up here for you every week, because I know that feeling. I have worked with so many moms who know that feeling. And the ones who worked through it, the ones who overcame it, are the ones, they worked really hard. They were really dedicated. It took them a long time to get the support they needed. And they always told me things like, why didn't anybody tell me that sooner? Why didn't anybody tell me this sooner? I saw 3 lactation consultants, 2 doctors, and nobody told me this, Jamie. And that's why I'm here with you every week, because somebody needs to tell you. You need somebody to tell you. You need somebody to tell you that you need to prepare if you are pregnant. You need somebody to tell you that breastfeeding should not hurt. If it is hurting and it's not getting better very quickly, if simple adjustments are not fixing it, you need help. You cannot just let that fester, assuming a miracle is going to happen. And low milk supply, like y'all, half of y'all think you have low milk supply when you don't. The other half of you who actually do have low milk supply are being lied to on how to fix it or what's causing it. So that's why I'm here. I'm here for you. When I launched this podcast 6 months ago, my dream was really simple, and it was to create the kind of support that I wish I had when I was navigating breastfeeding the first time. So the fact that we have hit 5,000 downloads in only 6 months blows my mind. I don't really know what the normal trajectory for podcast downloads is. So I don't know if that's good or average, but I have been told by a lot of people in the industry that is a really solid start to podcasting, and that it's it's strong. And so it's really exciting. And I don't really care if where that falls in the grand scheme of things. I care about the fact that I know it has helped so many of you, because I have had many of you reach out to book consults and we got breastfeeding back on track. I have had many of you reach out and say, this episode helped me so much. I've had many of you say, I've been listening to you during pregnancy to prepare for my second, and I feel so much more confident this time, so much more ready. And that's what it's all about. So even if, I help just one of you, that's huge to me at the end of the day. That is what I'm here for. And so I'm so grateful that I get to do this. I'm so grateful. I would not have started this podcast. I wanted to start this podcast for a long time. And I was just holding myself back, giving myself every excuse why I wasn't going to start it. And on February 1st, my daughter's birthday, my Instagram got shut down. My Instagram was starting to grow, take off, do really well. And it got shut down and I couldn't get it back. It took me a month to get it back. And during that time, I said, I can't just stop. I can't just be silenced. I'm going to start a podcast. God put so many signs in my path. You do not even understand how many signs he put in my path that this is what I needed to be doing. And so I'm doing it. The hope is that he will bless you and maybe even me in the process. And I'm just amazed at how far this has come in those 6 months. And I was not going to start the podcast. My Instagram got shut down, and within 5 days, the podcast had been launched. I don't hold back. Y'all know that about me. You put a roadblock in front of me, I'm going to find a way to plow it down. And that's what I did. And then I got my Instagram back, and I know that has helped grow the podcast. And I know so many of you have found me there. I am going to finally stop my yapping and share with you this special celebration that I have. So I'm going to do a few more things to celebrate these huge milestones. First, over the next couple weeks, I'm going to re-release the top 3 most popular episodes of the show. So if you are new here, you'll get to hear the episodes that resonated with hundreds of other moms without scrolling back. And if you have been around since the beginning, it's the perfect chance to re-listen if you need a little reminder or something you missed the first time. Those episodes will be dropping over the next few weeks, so keep an eye out on your feed. And more exciting stuff, I'm doing something that I have not done before. My Breastfeeding Success Guide. It is a $97 value. It has been selling at $37. For the next 10 mamas who grab it, all right, you're going to get it for just $17. But that's only available for 10 of you. So once those coupons are gone, they are gone. This guide is the exact strategies that will help you understand why your baby is struggling to latch, help you get clarity on your milk supply, help your baby get a better latch, understand the tongue-tie controversy, and feel confident from day one. Feel confident from right now. Maybe you're past day one, but this guide is designed to help you set yourself up for success in the early weeks and get things back on track if they've gone off the rails. It is a perfect first step to getting clarity and feeling more confident about breastfeeding. It is the resource that I wish I had starting out, and now I'm giving it to you for only $17. That is like a steal. Guys, it's worth $97. I have been trying to make it available and accessible at $37, and for the next 10 mamas who grab it, it's only going to be $17. But like I said, a lot of people are listening to this podcast, so I mean, I don't know how long that'll last. It could last a couple hours, it could last a couple days. So go grab yours before it's too late. You're going to go to littlebearlactation.com/bundle, and you're going to use code podcast20. Podcast20. And that's going to get you $20 off that list price of $37. And so you will be getting it for just $17, but it's limited, only 10 people. So y'all better hurry up. All right, mama, if you are still here with me, I want to say thank you again. Thank you for every download, every share, every message you have sent me, every moment that you've let me be a part of your journey. Here's to the next 5,000 downloads. Here's to you overcoming your breastfeeding struggles. And don't forget to grab your code before it is gone. I'll see you back here for our top 3 re-released episodes. All right, Mama Bear, that is a wrap for today. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident or a little more prepared for breastfeeding, can I ask you a quick favor? Go ahead and leave me a review. It helps other moms find this podcast and join us in this amazing community of fierce and confident Mama Bears. And hey, if you know a friend who could use some encouragement or real talk about pregnancy, breastfeeding, and all things motherhood, share this episode with her. You've got this, Mama Bear. Trust your instincts, stay fierce, and I'll catch you in the next episode.